actually founded in Long Beach, California. It was about March of 1988, and I invited 3 of my best confidants to join me.
We said, yeah, it would be great to put something together that can be forward-looking and can benefit the Latino community.
We just started making phone calls and conference calls with them. There was no internet, there was no email. It was basically just getting on the phone, faxing information, mailing information, hosting conference calls, and developing a concept. And really the vision is to be the premier Hispanic professional organization in the country with a particular emphasis around graduate management education.
I think we approached the formation of NSHMBA very strategically. We talked about the need to represent Latinos appropriately. I think we were strategic about the formation of the representation of the people. We also thought that it was necessary to have a core group of chapters that could be extremely successful and then build on top of those.
Back in 1990, there were very few Hispanic MBAs in the workforce, certainly very few at my company. I was working for Kraft Foods at the time. So attending the Hispanic MBA conference and joining the local Chicago chapter was a great opportunity to meet other Hispanics who were business professionals, who had professional degrees, MBA degrees, across a variety of industries.
And we started off with 6 chapters. I was responsible for chapter formation. So we had chapters in New York, we had chapters in Chicago, in Miami, in Los Angeles, in Houston, and in San Francisco. Those were our first chapters. It's been 20 years. But since then, it's amazing to see the number 30+ cities now, and I feel like you've given birth to something that's really well worth it and worthy of the vision that we had 20 years ago.
I love the people that belong to the organization. No matter what chapter you're in, whether you're in New York, Phoenix, LA, Denver, New Mexico that I'm at now, everybody has that same passion for what we do. Finally, it's a family. We're all in it together. We want to see each other succeed. We celebrate our accomplishments and really cherish those moments that we spend together. And the National Conference is by far my favorite time of year.
There will be people that you meet potentially at these conferences, whether they're other Hispanic MBAs or whether they're corporate representatives, that could have a profound influence on your career.
As I got more involved with the organization and all the wonderful staff members, it was NSHMBA that actually opened the doors for me in my career.
The most compelling thing about involvement with NSHMBA is you can't predict today who are the people that are going to have a significant influence on your career 10, 15, 20 years from now.
There was no doubt that once I started, I couldn't stop even if I wanted to. I had this incredible feeling immediately of, okay, this is where I belong.
I was very excited when I came to the organization and saw that it was an opportunity for me to network and find a wonderful job upon graduation. That I did, and since then I've been a hooked member ever since. I joined a chapter in New York in 1995 and then became a leader in 1998 in our Phoenix chapter, and the rest is history.
We started a research division. I was asked if I was interested in taking over that research division. I did that gladly. So what I'm able to do is use my research skills and do some rigorous research on our business community, on our Hispanic business community, and also give back to my community at the same time. So for me, it is the best thing I've ever done with NSHMBA.
There's so many things that I love about NSHMBA. First of all is our mission in terms of supporting education and ensuring that the best and the brightest Hispanics are able to achieve their educational dreams.
I was also fortunate enough to get one of the scholarships from NSHMBA, both in my first year and in my second year. I was fortunate enough to be rewarded with the grand prize scholarship for that year. It also started a much longer and in-depth relationship with NSHMBA that I've continued to today.
The scholarship program supports so many students that might not be able to go to college and even to pursue their MBA. So the thought that every year we're able to give away $1 million is a wonderful thing for me, not only as a member, a leader, but also as a contributor to the organization.
I think if I was to just stand here and talk to the younger members of today, I would tell them to really embrace their cultural identity. I think that's what makes us, in some ways, really special. Some of the values that we have as Latinos, I think, is really important. Don't lose that. Bring that with you to work and use that as an advantage. And truly follow your heart.
The one thing that I've always reinforced is that you need to remember your roots and you need to give back to the community. Whether it's doing it to the broader Hispanic community or helping to further and support the mission of the National Society of Hispanic MBAs.
It's hard to believe that the organization is 20 years old. I don't think anybody imagined 20 years ago that it was going to be this large.
When I look at our mission and the founders that articulated that mission in 1988, to read that mission and to see that that mission is even more relevant today than it was perhaps in 1988. In closing, I would first like to say un millón de gracias to our founders as we salute them and salute our past and look forward to celebrating our future.